time to go through my get home bag. Alright, I've done this video before, but it's winter time and it's time to go through the bag. And today I am wearing my tactical pajamas. Got these for Christmas. Thought you guys would like to see me in them. And check it out. This is the backpack. Okay? And cool thing about my little backpack right here, it's a Spec Ops Backpack. Go to my channel, search Spec Ops. Go to the Spec Ops review. Go to the description, click on the link, set up an account, and you can get one of these bags. They're 80 bucks. They're American made, they're bulletproof, and you can take any Alice pack frame and you've got yourself an American-made product that's absolutely destructible, okay? So basically for 90 bucks you have yourself something that's completely awesome, that has internal pockets, and really easily accessible. Not only that, if you want extra security, it has Velcro too. The good thing about that is it also has the optional shelf for utility, so if you want to carry a water jug or whatever you need to carry, you got that option also. Enough of the backpack. Oh, and a lot of people say, well, I don't want to look like some military crazy kooky. Well, anyway, you can buy one of these, or you can use a trash bag and look like a homeless person if you like. But this is what we call at any backpacking store a backpack cover. And even though these are completely waterproof, this is a backpack cover. Goes right over your backpack, and now you look like any college kid. Okay? It's elastic. It goes right over your backpack. Now you got yourself a bright little red backpack, and you look like everybody else. Okay? That's the end of that. So let's go into the contents of what's in your bag. And what's really cool about these Alice packs is you can really separate it into different things. How you organize it, it's up to you, but I'm just going to show you really quick. The first priority is I have a 50-mile hike. You want to think about how far you need to hike in order to get home, okay? And it's no kidding 50 miles for me. And the reason being is we have tunnels, and these tunnels get shut down in any type of weather. Alright, so I will have to hoof it back home in an emergency situation. It's actually happened once before to a few individuals. I planned ahead and got the hell out of there. And long and the short of it is, we'll just save that story for another day around a campfire, and you guys can come on over and we can have like 2,000 people around that campfire and all that good stuff. Alright, good. You want a good pair of hiking shoes. These are some old ones, but they're good enough for my 150-mile hike. Okay, they are Gore-Tex lined, really nice, and they'll do good. It's a lot better than walking in your work shoes. Okay. I prefer wool, a wool blanket. I've got a nice belt, tactical belt around it. You can use this as a tourniquet. You can use it for all kinds of good stuff. This would go on my shelf on the back of my backpack. Keep you warm all night. And let me make sure this is getting on the camera. You guys can see my pajamas too. Oh, it is. Look at that. Okay, cool. Alright, and if you want to look like you're military, you can, and just keep this on the back. You know, you don't want to look like a target, and I want to tell you something. When you got a backpack like that, and you're carrying a club like this, in certain neighborhoods, that might work for you, okay? In other neighborhoods, you might want to blend in and look like, you know, someone with a little red backpack. So, with a scheme like this, you can basically go from one to the other if you like. Next, Number one thing you want to have is first aid. First aid, very important, moleskin. You want to have moleskin in there. You want to have rubber gloves because you're going to be handling people with blood. Separate first aid videos. You want to have all kinds of stuff. Hydrogen peroxide, you want to have chapstick, you want to have halls, things just to make you comfortable. That's basically your first aid kit. I usually keep this on an outside pocket so someone can access it quickly. I have my SAS Survival Guide book, just something to keep my mind occupied, not necessary. Just some more stuff, chapstick, some bug repellent, some ibuprofen, and some other drugs to make me comfortable. Okay? Just a cold pack, some hand cleaners, some toothpaste, and some other things to keep me comfortable while I'm there. It's going to take me about 2 to 3 days to get back home, so I want to be comfortable. This is my fire kit. I have a nice citronella candle. It might, just something to, keep me comfortable in my little hut. I have some fireproof matches, hurricane matches. I have a lighter, okay? I would prefer to use the lighter if I could, but if it gets wet or damaged, I can. If I can't use that, I'll use my hurricane matches. And in a worst case scenario, I do have a fire striker. Okay? You want binoculars. A small set of binoculars are important. That way you can identify danger areas, especially when you're walking down the highway. And that way you know if you have to take a west or a south, or a north or a south detour. The blue bag over here, when you keep things in your backpack, you want to separate them in these little bags. I have little bags, color-coded bags. The blue, of course, is emergency water. Now, I do have right here it's basically your Frontier Pro filter. And this has the ability to, I live in the East Coast, so I can basically filter any puddled water and drink it. But I would prefer not to, because if I get the craps out there, that would really slow me down. I do have 2 to 3 days worth of water, emergency water right here though. And that's in my blue bag right here, okay? So that's kind of a thing. Some plastic bags. I also have some extremely large industrial bags right here. Okay? Coming back around, you want something to make yourself visible. You will be walking on the highway. Here is basically a highway vest. Some toilet paper. Might want to have that. We all do the dirty deed every once in a while. It's winter. I like to keep my ears warm. This is a very tight-fitting rain suit, okay? Something to keep me dry, all right? Something that won't blow in the wind. I also have just your regular poncho, but I'd prefer not to wear that because it will be blowing all over the place. It probably will be windy because I will be walking on the highway, or hopefully on the highway, because that will be the quickest way home. Okay. On the other side, I have a few baby blankets. They're microfiber, which would be very comfortable to wipe my face with. If you look over here, I have 3 days of emergency food. They give you the farts, but it works. It'll get you home. Okay? So you got your emergency food. In here, I've got some extra underwear, some extra socks, some gloves. I also have a beanie cap and a neckerchief. Alright? And right here, I have some Under Armour. This stuff is warmer than all get out. Why would I not want to wear wool? Why would I not want to wear something else? I will be walking. I will be sweating. I'm going to be in a hurry to get home. I don't want to be sitting there removing clothes and all that stuff. Under Armour is really good at wicking that away from your body. That's something that I'm going to put on my inner core, and that's going to keep me dry, and it's going to keep me from getting cold, and it's gonna work really well. Under Armour is some really good athletic gear, and that's some good stuff. Good emergency blanket / tarp. This will be my shelter. Along with your shelter, you're going to need some paracord to make your shelter. Okay, it's going to be a quick makeshift shelter. Got some mosquito helmets, and also your just your basic rain protection. And then I also have some space blankets, which I'd be sleeping on, etc., etc. I work on a naval base, so I'm pretty much limited to what type of knives I can bring on base and weaponry. Okay? So I did want to bring some sort of crowbar, so I purchased this at County Com. It's an EOD bar. Very useful tool if I had to pry something open. Fantastic. Fits in this little sheath right here. Great stuff. Could actually wear this on my belt if I needed to. Great product. County Com has some really nice stuff. Their prices are a little on the high side when it comes to shipping, but other than that, they're pretty good. Great stuff there. This is a nice hunting knife that I've actually put a nice edge on myself. And something like this would be legal to bring on base. And this particular locking mechanism is extremely strong. And this would give me a good self-defense blade. And not only that, a very good blade to get home. So, good choice. It's a very good choice blade. And you know me, I know my knives very well. These old timers are very good knives for that. A little too heavy to normally carry, but a very good choice to carry on your belt. I also have a fork and spoon and some other little knives. Just some other little tools that I could use for other things. Set of pliers, magnifying glass, some other stuff. A multi-tool, a screwdriver, an umbrella that I keep because I use for other things, a lighter, which I could actually keep in my fire kit, a headlamp, very important. This is a micro head lantern from Korea. I got this in Korea. Very powerful headlamp, very nice. I've got some duct tape here, and then I forget the name of this stuff, but it's fantastic. It works very well for patching up all kinds of good stuff. But basically, duct tape is really all you need. Just get yourself some duct tape and put it in your kit also. And then you want something for some sort of defense / don't F with me. And this really does work. If you look like a target, they're gonna mess with you, and you don't wanna walk up and down the street like, hey buddy, you don't want to invite a challenge, but just if you want to keep it cool and have it visible / hey, I've got it and I will use it if necessary, that usually deters the punks. And this is fantastic. It's got a lead core, and I've done a review on this. And it's a tire thumper. It's a tool for your tires. It's not to hurt people with. Do you understand that? You don't go around hitting people in the head with something like this. So so basically, in a survival situation, if you want to go around testing tires, this is a fantastic tool to do that with. Okay. So that's basically a look at my get home bag for my winter months. Wool is a very good choice for a lot of things, but for myself, I just can't afford a lot of wool stuff, and I use a lot of my wool stuff constantly. I'm always out in the wilderness. But I think that this is a good enough compromise to get me home, and I'll be just fine. I just really can't afford to spend $100 on a set of wool socks, wool gloves, wool beanie, wool undershirt, and all that good stuff. I have all that stuff that works fine. If you guys want some good wool socks, though, excuse me, I believe it's Bass Pro. Bass Pro has a set of Redhead lifetime hunting socks, and they're wool, and it's a lifetime set. If you get any type of holes or wear marks or have any issues with them at all, you just bring them back or send them in the mail, and they'll send you a new set. So basically, you buy one set and you're good to go. I wear these all the time when I'm in my yard and all that, especially when you're hunting or sitting out there doing whatever you're doing in your stand. These will keep your feet warm. Not so great if you're walking 50 miles though, but these are some really great socks. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But that's a look at what I got. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope this maybe one day saves y'all's life. And that's about it. Tactile, 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 tactile.